Oh my God. Come here. Hey guys, it's Lexi and Katrina with the Pelican Girls. We are headed to a garage sale, estate sale, something like that.
It's a garage. They're
garage
saying
sale.
a garage sale, but
Here
it's
in Lake Charles.
like got antique stuff, is what they're saying.
It's what they're saying. However, that's not the real reason we got out of bed this morning. There is a store, which we have taken y'all to before, full of stuff, and we were like, oh, we're gonna go back and dig. Well, guess what? They're closing down before we got to go back and dig. The good thing though is that they're going to be 50% off today, this weekend. So that's where we truly are excited to go, but they don't open until 10:30 or 11, which is what they've put on Facebook. So
We're headed somewhere else.
9:50, so we're gonna go to this garage sale and see if there's anything there, kill some time before we go check out the giant vintage store that's on clearance. So we're gonna take y'all along. Look at the window, stained glass, so pretty. So pretty. What's that? Aerial view of Lake Charles. That's cool. I wonder what the year is.
Oh, that's cool. Does it say anything? Doesn't say right here.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's Charles.
$2, yeah. It's Lake Charles. Isn't that cool?
Is that a print?
Yeah. It's
What is this?
That's the same thing
Same
as this.
thing?
Look. Isn't that cool? It
That's
says on the
cool.
back that they printed it. It's like on paper.
Wow.
Photo tech. That's pretty cool. Look at the little bottles. Look at tiny.
$1 each. Look, this is a milk glass. Ooh, oh.
It's like a giant chess set, man. Like a giant chess set. And chessboard, it must have pieces.
I like this. Look at these.
Isn't that cool?
That actually looks like a picture.
That's a picture.
Yeah.
That's a picture, though. This is an ink.
What do you mean a print versus, what do you mean?
It's like a digital print.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's not a.
I wonder what it is, though. That one's
That's a
cool.
picture, look.
That's a picture.
That's the same thing as this one, see? They're smaller.
I like these. Look at this.
Mm-hmm. What's it say? John what?
I don't know.
John H. Woodbury Ink. Dirty. Dirty.
It's kind
Just
of...
a milk glass container. Milk glass container. Look how pretty. Vintage washstand, 75. It's so pretty. What is that? Kitty cat. Kitty cat.
Ooh, look.
What is it like? You put the spoon in it?
I don't know. I can't read it.
Antique.
That would be pretty to...
Yeah.
at least the
it's a
dish,
dollar.
you could...
Mustache cup and saucer. Oh, mustache. Maybe that's what they call it.
I mean, we could sell the cup and could use that for jewelry. You like that or you don't like it? You don't like it?
Oh, it's okay. After that garage sale, we still had some time to kill, so we walked into Recent Relics. This is an antique store in old downtown Lake Charles. I think it's on Broad Street. It had been so long since we'd been in here, so we just browsed around, and honestly, I did end up finding two things for myself, one of which I didn't get any footage of at all. And then the other thing you're about to see me find, and I wish that I could use the actual audio, but they had music going because I was so excited. And you actually heard at the beginning of this video because I was like exclaiming about it and then calling my mom over. And then after this excitement, I stopped filming completely. So I didn't even film the other thing that I got. But yeah, I didn't film a whole lot in here just because we were pretty much just shopping and looking around, and there was music and we were killing time. But this is what I found, and I got, that is above my mantle, and it is amazing. It's actually a rug. They said it was either gonna be 10:30 or 11. It's apparently gonna be 11 because it's like 10:45 and they're still closed. So we're gonna walk across here to this little store, Buck's Corner Market, get some drinks and kill a little bit more time before they open.
Sale, and it was like tornado winds, like they call it something else. Let's hope they're ready to make tea. Yeah, I'll actually buy some.
Alright, so spoiler alert, I just want to tell y'all now what you're getting into in case you want to stop watching right now, because I do feel like I'm about to get on a soapbox and rant a little about what's going on in this store. Now, we had been here before, and it pretty much looked the same. It definitely has more this time that we went, but it has definitely just been the same, of just a bunch of stuff in there. No rhyme or reason, no real organization at all, a lot of stuff in piles. And it was advertised on Facebook as a 50% off closing sale. So we were super excited because we were like, okay, we're going to make some good deals. Like, there's going to be a lot. We get to dig some more. And so we were like high hopes coming in. And I think this is where what you call yourself and how you display your items is all connected to how much you can charge and the worth of the items. This is why we get so frustrated when we go to a flea market that calls themselves a flea market and they have stuff that you have to dig through to find things. Like, nothing is properly stored, nothing is properly displayed. However, they're asking astronomical prices because you are not showing that your products have worth. So why should me as a customer think that they are worthy of these crazy prices? So that is how I feel about this place right here. I feel like you have just thrown all of this stuff in this building. You've stacked things. I want to say 75 to 85% of these items were not priced, which doesn't seem like that big of a deal. These hats right here, all hats were $30 to $35, which $15 is not bad for a hat. However, like, we usually can buy hats for $2, $3, $5. So I wanted them for myself, to be honest, and I wasn't going to pay $15 for a vintage hat. It's just how I am. So for this huge sale that they had advertised for and put signs up for, they had one person working, and she was so sweet and so helpful. We are so appreciative of her, especially because she was working by herself. They were busy. There were people coming in. Let me just tell y'all that this Great American Competitor sweater, $80. So it would have still been $40. It was amazing. I would have loved it. I would have loved to resell it, but I wouldn't have paid $40 for me to wear it myself, okay? Just, I wouldn't, much less $80. But anyway, she was so amazing, but the problem was that she was packing while everyone was shopping. So this was going on, and she was packing because we found out that they were moving from this location to a different location. So they had to move all of this stuff, and she was packing up piece by piece, wrapping things up piece by piece all by herself, on top of handling customers. And it's not just checking customers out. Every item that wasn't priced, she had to look up. So this shirt was $35 and the dress beside it was $45, and that is pre 50% off. Everything you brought her without a price, she had to look up on her phone and then give you the price. And then you took the 50% off. So poor baby, she was working her little tail off trying to keep up, and there was a lot of high prices. That vase was $13. So what happens here is that it's already a very overwhelming place because there's just so much stuff everywhere. Then nothing is priced, and you know that anything that is not priced, you have to bring it to her. She is already busy, either waiting on another customer or packing stuff up, and she has to stop. She has to take whatever you have. She has to take a picture of it. She has to look it up, and then she gives you a price. And then the prices she's giving, they're high for what the products are displayed as. Like, they literally are just taking stuff and throwing it down, and they're like, oh, but I want top dollar for this. It just doesn't make any sense, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stand firm by this. This is not a good strategy. And I am speaking as a customer, because I and my mom, we love vintage items for ourselves, and we will spend, like that dog rug picture that you saw that I bought at the previous place, I spent $60 for it. You know why? Because it's a one, like I might never find anything like that again. That's how vintage shopping is. When you find something and you love it, you buy it. And I thought that $60 was a legitimately good price for that. It was displayed well, it was taken care of. When you walk into a place like this and things are just thrown around, and it's very much, you have to dig, and then you have to go through that whole rigmarole of finding the price, and the price is high, what ends up happening as a customer, for me anyway, and I can speak for my mom, I think too, I'm tired of asking for prices that I can't spend and pay for anyway. This Mary was $250, so it would have been $125. So you stop, and I get overwhelmed. I don't even want to look anymore, because I'm having to look through a lot of junk, broken stuff to find the good stuff. And then when I find something that I like, I have to go through that whole process, and then I can't even afford it anyway. So I'm going to hop off of my soapbox now and apologize for having gone on for so long, but I just think it's so important, you guys. If you have a business, if you are selling vintage items, pre-owned items, if you're reselling, you have to take into consideration what it looks like from the customer. The name that you are calling your business and the way that you are displaying and setting up your items is valuing them. That is how it determines like the worth. You cannot put a diamond in a pile of dirt and ask the same amount as a diamond that is on display. It's just not going to work. And honestly, a diamond's probably not even a good metaphor, because diamond, everyone knows that a diamond is super valuable and it doesn't matter how it's displayed. But when you're taking things like this t-shirt, I wanted this t-shirt so bad, okay? However, seeing the prices of the other clothes, this one was not priced. I didn't want to bring it up there and her tell me that it was going to be $30 and I was going to have to pay $15. I wanted it to be like $5 or $10, because look at all this clothes just stacked up. That rack was broken, and that rack was broken the last time we were there, which was months and months ago, and you never fixed it. So you don't really care about this stuff. It can't be that valuable. This giant commercial coffee maker was $35. It was huge. Very cool, because we have been looking for like the smaller ones because people want them, and we'd never seen one that big. And this part right here with this like yellow kitchen that they have put in here, it is amazing. Okay, so cool, but everything's just thrown on top. And then you have these Texas wear bowls that they're asking $45 a piece for those smaller ones and $70 for the big one. It's just the whole idea of like, you really don't know what you have in here. You have no idea. So then when I find something, I went in there, I dug, I pulled it out. I said, hey, this is really cool. And you'll see later, I actually do this with a piece of furniture. I don't even show that I pulled it out, but I found a piece of furniture and I'm like, man, this is a nice piece of furniture. It was way back there, but I pulled it out, and then you're going to go take a picture and decide that, oh, well, that's actually worth a lot of money, so we're going to have to charge you for it. Well, you didn't know you even had that. You had no idea. You guys, I could have bought like 10 different hats from this place. They were so cool, but like again, I wasn't paying $15 up for them, but they had some amazing vintage hats. And then it was just like, look at all of this stuff. It is just wild, the amount of stuff that is there. I do have to say the lighting is really bad too, so not only are you battling like digging through this stuff, but then you're struggling to see, which also, again, that values your items. That decides their worth as well. And a prime example for this is that the difference between Walmart and Target. And now it's a little bit more even. I think Walmart has stepped it up in all the ways, but for a long time, there was a very big divide between Walmart and Target. And it wasn't necessarily the quality of the stuff, it was really the way that it was being presented. And so Target was able to ask more for their items that were pretty much the same. This shirt, you guys, this shirt that was hidden under that, $150. $150. But yeah, Target's able to charge more for pretty much the same thing because they're giving a cleaner, nicer environment. They are presenting an image that people are willing to pay up for. And that goes for vintage stuff as well. So think about that when you are designing your booth, putting your store together, even taking pictures to post online. Think about that. People look at everything in that photo to determine what they think that product is truly worth. I am truly anxious and excited to see when they do move how the new place is going to be set up. I so hope that they take this as an opportunity to kind of organized a bit more because there's just so much like really good stuff and really bad stuff mixed in together. It's hard to find the good stuff, and part of me likes that because the dig and the find is super exciting, right? And that's like the joy of the hunt. But it's also fun when you can walk in and be like, okay, this is the junk stuff, this is the nice stuff. You can kind of you don't have to dig as much, you don't have to like wade through the broken stuff. This to me, and this is very flea market and thrift store-esque, because you go to a thrift store, you're going to find broken stuff, you're going to find cheap stuff, and you're going to find stuff that you don't want if you're looking for vintage items like we are. And that's what this was, except for they were charging like astronomical old antique store prices. There were also a lot of books here, and books ranging from, which I did show some earlier, which it was like, you know, like manuals or textbooks, to just like old novels, paperbacks, hardbacks, like so many amazing books. I probably could have spent the entire time just looking at the books. But again, most of them were not priced, and the ones that were priced were too high, so I ended up not even looking anymore. They had some really cool like linen pieces or like embroidered pieces, but again, no prices. More books, like look at that. Not even like I love the display of it. I love to actually look at it and like look into them and everything. So lots of different books. You can see here like the clothes right there. This was really cool. I think they're asking 10 for it, but it was completely ruined from getting wet. Like you literally couldn't even open it. But that's definitely something that we would have picked up and put in our boutique. And then we found these, which would have been perfect for some bookshelf type things that Myron is building for us to sell. However, I think that she ended up wanting $15 a piece for them, I want to say, because she looked them up. And then we were looking at this actually for my mom, but it ended up being broken, and they wanted, I think, $250 for it, even though it was broken. So that stayed behind as well. And then this little stool right here was $45. So when I saw the price, I didn't even bother looking at anything else. Again, more books, I'm telling you. And then I think, are those the Louis L'Amour? So many books. This jug right here, the strawberry, it was actually just painted on there, but it was a really cool look. I don't remember what the price was. So you're about to see me find this side table hidden back and covered with stuff. And in the video, I actually do not pull it out and look at it yet, because I wanted my mom to look at it, because if I was going to dig and reach back there and take it all off, I wanted to make sure that she actually wanted to look at it. So she came and looked at it, and we pulled it out. It ended up being Ethan Allen, which we have sold Ethan Allen before. It was vintage Ethan Allen. It was gorgeous, great condition, and whenever we brought it to her, she of course looked it up, and it wasn't until she looked it up that she was like, oh, this is Ethan Allen. And we're like, yeah, it is. You didn't even know it was Ethan Allen. Not her, but like the person who owns this place, who was making her do this, did not even know it was Ethan Allen. But now that they know it's Ethan Allen, she was going to charge us, I think it was $100 for it. So it would have been $50, I think. Or it was $125, and it would have been $70-ish, you know? I think that's what it was. It was too much, okay? So we left it. But that was like a prime example of, you had this back there, nobody else was looking at it, nobody else was going to dig and take everything off and pull it out. We did this, we bring it to you, and you're like, oh, thank you for finding this that I didn't know I had, and I could actually make money off of it. So now that you have brought it to my attention, I'm going to charge you like 2 arms and a leg for it. Ooh. Please, y'all, comment below if you think that I am being too harsh, if you think that I am wrong, anything like that. I would love to discuss this. You know, I'm really just speaking as someone who shops vintage, antique, vendor malls, estate sales, garage sales. Like, we shop a lot, and we see such a wide range of flea markets to vendor malls to antique stores. We see such a wide range of pricing, and you know, we can definitely be wrong, and you can definitely have different opinions, but we're telling you what we experience. And so I would love to hear y'all's comments and kind of see where y'all fall on this. Like, if you went somewhere and it was like, oh, 50% off, and you walked in and this is what you saw, and then you had to go through that whole pricing thing, would you shop or would you leave? Would you continue to shop once you figured out like, oh, well, the prices aren't what I wanted, or you would leave, you know? So I would love to hear y'all's point of view on it and your opinions. And like I said, you're not going to hurt my feelings, because this is my opinion based on like a lot of experience. I would also love to know, are you a digger, or are you like a run through really fast and like look at everything first kind of person? So my mom, and if you've been watching her videos, y'all know this, she is a digger. She wants to get into a place like this and just spends hours. So these are new grape bottles. They were really cool. They were $18 a piece, and I think it was like $70 for the set, but I don't remember if it was 4 or 5 of them. She likes to get in there and dig. These trays were $35 a piece, but they really weren't, like the holes are so small, like you really couldn't use it for a trinket display, and $35 was too much as well. Yeah, she likes to dig. She wants to get in there and search under things and on top of things and find whatever she can. And then I'm the opposite, so it's not that I don't like to dig, but I like to go through a place and like look at everything super quickly and see what catches my eye first. So we work really well together because I'll go through quickly and I'll find things and then she'll be digging. Okay, you guys, so we got a handful of things. Honestly, the prices were still up there, and a lot of the things weren't priced, and so she was looking up the prices for us, and I mean, she was very helpful. It wasn't her. I know that was just what she was instructed to do, but so she was looking up the prices, and then there was half of that, and so there was probably, I don't know, 20, 30 more things we would have bought had the prices been better. This shelf, which is so cool, look at that.
It's burwood.
It's burwood. It is. It's what is that? Like, it's
I think
wood,
it's more
but
like
it's
a pressed wood type kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's not that plastic
no, it's
stuff.
not.
It is like a type of wood, and really cool details, and then you hang it.
It's a really good sized shelf.
Yeah, it was huge. I'm telling you, I saw it and I was like, oh. We got this little brass baby here. We love feet and handles.
Got this beauty. Anything religious and in kind of like a bust style.
So pretty.
It's just gorgeous. She needs a little bit of cleaning, but she's beautiful. I can see her on a mantle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, just gorgeous.
And we got these two. The lighting is so bad. I'm so sorry.
It's probably better than what you think it is.
We got these two books. So this one is Butterflies. One was 1930 something and one was 1940 something. And this is what it looks like on the inside. They're like spiral bound. Look how pretty.
So cute.
Okay. And then
this is for one of our like
ephemera
projects.
recipes, something we're gonna frame.
We're going to frame
with that vintage.
So
frame.
cute.
So that's what we got.
We didn't walk out empty-handed.
Yeah, we didn't walk out empty-handed. We could have walked out with a whole lot more. They are moving. They're not completely shutting down, so I'm guessing that's why they're not really discounting. But oh my gosh, there was so much more that we wanted. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.